Welcome and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Greg DeSell, and thank you for joining TecNec today for this incredibly informative webinar. Well, we're going to dive into the revolutionary world of Cleerline fiber. If you're not installing fiber by now, you're probably falling behind in the marketplace and may be doing a disservice to the future infrastructure of your customers. We currently have several integrators in the Pro AV space as well as a medical imaging space using Cleerline product. It's amazing how people haven't really been talking about the speed of which this fiber can be terminated. As a seasoned installer, you can usually put it together in a third of the time of a CAT6 connection, which you're going to see in today's examples. As the webinar goes on, feel free to drop any questions in the chat or into the Q&A, and we will answer them either as they arrive or at the end of the session. That all said, I am thrilled to introduce Mike Kirschman, who is the Eastern Sales Manager for Cleerline and an expert in terminating fiber. For the past 2 years, Mike has been managing sales in the Eastern US and offering technical guidance to contractors and integrators throughout. Welcome and thanks for joining us today, Mike.
Hey, thanks, Greg, and thanks everybody for joining us today. I'm just going to start off with a brief intro, give you an overview of what makes our fiber different, and then I will show you an actual physical termination. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. Here we go. So Cleerline is about a 13-year-old company started by two integrators from Montana. And Rob Daddario from the Daddario family, which is the largest manufacturer of musical instruments, accessories, definitely in the country. They are on Long Island. They make about 1 million guitar strings a day. We're affiliated with them. We are an independent company, however, but from Daddario, we have the Planet Waves brand, which some of you may be familiar with in terms of audio video interconnects. It's a real nice product, but that's kind of our genesis. So I'm going to assume that most of you are familiar with fiber. Traditional fiber, which we just call everything that isn't our SSF fiber. You've got your standard glass core, glass cladding. Then you've got your hard acrylite. And for traditional fiber, you need a 900 micron type buffer around that for added strength. Our cladding layer actually has a polymer coating integrated into the outer part of it, which basically the polymer just is our secret sauce. It gives us a tremendous amount more strength, bend tolerance. It also prevents the glass from puncturing skin, and you do not need to clean it with alcohol wipes when you're terminating. So just by this, we've cut the termination time down considerably. And because our glass is so much stronger than traditional, we generally don't ship anything with a tight buffer. It's all at the 250 micron layer. Just a side note, the core and cladding diameters are industry standard. Single mode is single mode, 9 microns. Multi-mode is your standard 50 microns. The cladding is still the industry standard 125 microns. So we do manufacture two different types of fiber. Our bend safe fiber is a traditional fiber. It's just like anything else you see out there. It's gonna most of it'll have the tight buffer construction. It is stronger than anything else on the market, including all the best Corning products you can come up with, but it is not a coated glass. The SSF fiber is our flagship. This is why we're in business. The SSF stands for stronger, safer, faster. I talked about the additional strength, easy termination, and the safety aspect of it. So right now, I'm going to stop sharing and show you guys an up-close demo of the termination process. So I've just got a regular SC connector on my VFL. I have my cleaver. I will use an LC connector on this. So just put the boot on. I'm going to take the tri-hole strippers, clip away a couple of inches. I'm not going to scrape them along. I'm just going to pull that outer jacketing off and flick the aramid yarns out of the way. And now I've exposed the 250 micron layer, which is actually a soft peel. So you don't remove this with strippers. You're going to remove this just with your fingernail, thumbnail. And if you see that bunch up, that colored part bunch up there, just going to keep doing this until it's all the way off. When it feels smooth, that coating is off. Now this looks like it's bare glass, but it still has the polymer coating on it, which is not removed. So I can actually stick this into my hand. I can bend it to a pretty extreme radius, and it's still okay. So at this point, I will just cleave it at the standard 24 millimeters for an LC connector. And you'll see that window there in our connector. I'm just going to slide the fiber into the channel. And when that light dims in the window, I'm going to lock that in. Now I see very little light in this window, but the light is coming through here. So that means I've got a good connection. I just pull the Kevlar out of the way. Press the jacket in that channel. Pull up the boot. Put the Kevlar. Finish twisting on the boot, and I'm done. So that's all there is to it. Usually can make a nice knot in this stuff. It still works. There we go. So now our connectors are reusable too. So if I take this off, I just unlock this tab, unscrew the boot. It's just a index matching gel in there for the pre-cut fiber face inside. So I can reuse this about up to 5 times in the field comfortably. I can use the same one doing demos all day long. So that's our fiber in a nutshell.
So Mike, I know I went over some of the examples of some of our customers who are using it now. Can you give us some more maybe examples of some of the people in the field using this right now?
Yeah, let's see. We're used in a lot of government and military installations, Department of the Navy, Homeland Security, etc., Pentagon. We're in the medical industry, Carl Stores, which I believe uses our fiber in robotic surgery room arms, thanks to its flexibility and ease of termination. We're also big in the casino industry. We are floor to ceiling in the Venetian and Palazzo hotels. The Venetian Casino uses our fiber nightly as they move their gaming machines around on the floor. I guess they do that every night just to optimize the take, and they're using fiber for that, which a lot of casinos are. So the Venetian is a good example of how our fiber is used in that industry. We're very big in the residential world, and we're growing in the commercial world.
A lot of our customers are accustomed, especially for the live event type of industry and similar applications of using like a tactical fiber.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a version of that, or is it not necessary with the way yours is built?
It's not really necessary. We've had a tactical fiber that, frankly, we haven't sold a lot of, so we're considering discontinuing it. But if there is a demand, we can always keep making it. And it's really just because our customers really haven't been in that world. But if there is a demand for it, we can make anything. So,
And then what? Oh, go ahead.
oh no, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I know they're also very used to using ST and single mode stuff, which is pretty common for us. I don't know how much of that you guys see.
Yeah, I mean, we sell single mode and multi-mode fiber in every jacket configuration that we make. We do make all the standard connectors, including ST. Actually, I'll just take you guys. I'm going to share my screen again and just take you through the rest of the line briefly, just for an overview.
Sure, please do.
Let's see. Okay, so we make everything associated with a fiber system. We don't get into any AV gear. We don't do balance or anything like that. But this is our standard jacketing offering. It's everything you would need. We sell a lot of the OM3 duplex and resi. Breakout fiber is just a 4-strand, 2 mm jacketed construction. And then all the micro distribution you would want. Because our stuff is all shipped at the 250 micron loose tube, we can fit 24 strands of fiber in a 3 mm jacket. We can do 144 strands in about a 1/2 inch diameter jacket. So we take up less space in conduit and tight spaces. We do a double jacketed micro, which is a little bit stronger than the rugged micro, which is rodent proof. This is the stuff you would pull through conduit. It's indoor, outdoor rated. Then we have our corrugated ACS trench and drop. Outdoor armored, sorry. The aluminum indoor armored, and the hybrid D-Mark, which is actually for pre-wiring to extend an ISP fiber drop. So there's 1 strand of traditional fiber there and 1 strand of our SSF fiber. So if you don't know who's going to end up doing the termination to extend that, this is just a safety measure. Make all this standard single mode and multi-mode connectors. They're all the same locking tab mechanism. As you see, we even make the FCs, which I don't know if I've ever sold any of, but yeah, you asked about STs specifically, and yes, we do have those. Our connectors are actually also pretty affordable when you compare them to like a Unicam. Our LCs in a 25-pack end up being about $10.60 a piece. We do 2 termination kits. The basic kit is what most guys will just start off with. It's only $500. It comes with the 4 items that I use to do my termination that you saw. We do a pro kit, which is a bit of a heavier duty cleaver, and that's designed for integrators who work also with traditional fiber. And then we do 2 basic test kits. These are just signal loss test kits. There's no OTDR in our lineup, but we have those as well. We do a basic line of extenders and converters, fiber to fiber, fiber to copper. Just came out with this rugged industrial industrial rated fiber to serial. And then all our switches are basic 1 gig non-managed switches. We have got 3 different versions of the rugged industrial, a 1x4, 1x4 PoE plus, and a 2x8. And then some basic indoor switches as well. SFPs, all your standard SFPs that you would ever need, and then power supplies for all the above. We do passive HDMIs under the Planet Waves brand up to 3 meters with the same specs as our AOCs. So they're a high spec. At 5 meters, we switch over to a active optical cable, which has 4 strands of our SSF fiber in it. So that carries all the audio video signals, so you get no latency over long runs. You get no EMI or RFI. We make these up to 60 meters, so very high spec on those. Also, your standard patch cables and optical cables. All the rack mounts, wall mounts, outdoor terminal boxes, 3 different sizes of each, everything you need to make those work. And a pro level cleaning kit. And the 1-clicks, which are very important. If guys aren't using those, they should be using those on every connector that they install. And again, the Planet Waves. So this is a coax connector system, which is field terminatable, very easy. Very, very high end. You can just make cables to whatever length you need on the field, and it's good stuff. So yeah, basically what it comes down to is we're inexpensive to get into with only a $500 termination kit. We don't charge for training. We have videos on our website where guys can go and see different types of terminations on different types of jacketing with different connectors. We can also get on a video call to train people, or sometimes if travel works out, we can do it in person. So it's really quick and easy to get technicians up and running on these connections. Because our fiber is so strong, when you're pulling it through the walls, there's just that much less likelihood of any kind of breakage. So, you know, the cost-effective end of this is lower chance of failure, the faster installation and termination times. So your labor overall should be significantly reduced using our SSF fiber. Again, the safety, and we also offer in-house design services. We don't charge for it. Anyone using our fiber is welcome to shoot over a job drawing or just call us up to tech support and give you a whole BOM and map out what you're going to need. For commercial integrators, they tend to have a better idea of this stuff. Guys newer to fiber, it gets a little tricky in terms of, you know, where do you run it inside a building and where does it still make sense to use copper? So we can help with all that. So yeah, we're located in Missoula, Montana. We will do custom cuts, any length, any fiber. If you want 100 feet, we'll get you that. If you want 20,000 feet on one spool, we'll get you that. And we can do custom terminated cables, although our stuff is so easy to work with. Generally, guys will just go ahead and learn how to do it themselves and get the termination kit. And for anyone new to fiber, we do have an online free academy, so you can learn the basics of fiber and go on through installation practices as well. So that's a handy thing to have.
Great.
So that's me. That's my cell phone number. I'll answer it up until about 3 in the morning, and I start again at 4 in the morning. So I'm going to take an hour off every day, no matter what.
That's your lunch break, right?
Yeah. So
We do have a couple of questions that actually came in. I'll start with the first one here that I see, which is I think you pretty much answered it, but what makes your product stand out over other mechanical splice-on connector solutions?
just ease of termination. You can, after you've done maybe 5 to 10 of these terminations yourself, you're going to be doing these in less than a minute. There's far less chance of breakage. I mean, I can try to break our glass and not be able to break it. The safety aspect is big. Anybody who's ever had a glass splinter in their hand knows how nice it would be to not have that happen. And there's really no danger of it with ours. So, yeah, really just the installation time, the ease of connector installation, and the safety aspect. And we are unique in the industry. There's no other product that is designed like this. All other fiber out there is traditional fiber with bare glass, no matter how strong it is.
Yeah, that's a huge piece of the safety factor, which probably not people new to fiber probably haven't even considered, but the dangerous side of that glass compared to yours is game changing for sure. One of the other questions that came in was if you make a 12-strand breakout.
We don't currently. I mean, we sell spider breakout kits, which will build up your jacketing to 2 millimeters if that's what you're after. And we do fan out kits for the standard 900 micron size. We don't currently do a 12-strand tactical, but if there was a demand for it, we can have anything produced that we want. We make our own glass and we stock it in Montana, and then we have it jacketed as needed. And we've done special runs for companies before. So, you know, if there's enough demand for it, we can make it happen.
Okay. Another question that came in, can you use your connectors on other types of pre-made fiber or patch cables?
Yes, absolutely. Our fiber, when you strip it down to terminate it, it's industry standard 150 micron diameter. So you can use our fiber with other connectors and vice versa.
Oh, that's great. Makes it that much faster, I guess.
Mhm.
One of the other questions, what does the one-click do? I don't know if you have one to show a sample of how that operates to
Yeah,
clean the fiber, but
yeah. Actually, let me do, okay, I'm gonna do another quick termination and then just show you guys what this does.
oh, that's good. I was going to ask because it looks like some people joined late, so they may have missed it. The termination goes so fast, they probably missed it the first time around if they came late.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Get the boot on. Okay, so at this point, I've got that on there. I'm going to turn off the light, and I'll show you guys how dirty this connector face might be with a scope. Oh, come on. Okay, so if you can see this scope, it's going to show you that's the core, and then there's some general grime on this. Maybe if I touch it, breathe on it, I might be able to get it dirtier. Yeah, so if you have even straight from the factory with a cap on the end of a connector, a lot of connectors will just show up kind of dirty like this, and if there's enough on there, it can obscure your data throughput. So just with one of these one-click pens, and very simple, just put that on there. I give it a couple clicks and put it back on, and you'll see it's totally clean now. So that's why using the one-click cleaners is a really smart thing to do. It's just rule of thumb, and anytime you put a connector on, clean it and cap it off before you're ready to plug it in. And these are only $36. They do 800 clicks, so it's really smart to have these around.
Yeah, on the surface of it, it seems like they may be expensive, but they are well worth having in your tool set for sure.
Yeah, I mean, for the money and what they can do, it's they're well worth it. Yeah. More questions?
I don't see any at the moment, but we'll leave the floor open if anybody would like to ask anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And while we're waiting for anything that may be posted, just to make everybody else aware on the call here today, we do have demo kits available at TecNec, so we put a couple into stock so that we can ship them out to you. You can try it out, try and terminate your own. I guess to that end, Mike, is there a special certification program of any kind, or is it just, there's no like certificate program or anything, is there?
There's nothing required for you to go out and terminate our fiber. Not at all. There is a optional level 2 certification. You can take our level 2 course and learn it all without paying the $250 for the certification at the end. But if you want a certification just for your own peace of mind or to be able to show customers, that's available. But again, it's $250. It's not what you would pay to get certified to terminate some other brands of fiber. But nah, our system is so easy, and like I said, we train for free, and there's no certification required to go out and install this.
One other question did come in. I'm sorry. If you could share the number again.
866-469-2487. That's just our main number in Montana. And extension 2 goes right to tech support. And then the Cleerline Academy. If you're just on our standard website, cleerline.com, you'll also see a link on the top to the Academy as well, which will take you there. But tech support at Cleerline is a gold mine.
Mike Kirschman, once again from Cleerline. As you've seen, the solution is a true game changer. Reach out to your TecNec sales engineer for more details or for further demos. And as I mentioned, we also have a demo kit available, which we can send to you so you can get working with this fiber. We've recorded today's webinar, so that will also be posted on our TecNec's YouTube channel. And with that, thank you all again and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.